Hey guys, this is just a review of the classwork that we had today, which will really help with your homework. They're all very similar types of problems, so we're just going to do one of the problems, and hopefully from that you'll be able to do, well actually we'll do two problems. We'll do a segment problem and we'll do a copying an angle problem. So right here, I'm going to have to construct a line segment with a length 2x and minus 3y. So here's 2x. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to construct a line that is 2 times this x. So I'm going to have to construct this line twice, or copy that line twice. First step is to always create a line that is bigger than that line segment x. So we know we're going to have to go 2 times it. So I'm going to go ahead and make sure that that I create it so it's much more than 2 times it. Hopefully that'll work. Then I'm going to do all my constructions in yellow so you can see that. Oh, sorry, that's red. So right now, let me go ahead and construct this. So I'm going to take my compass. I want you to be able to see it. I'm going to put it on one of the ends of the x, the end points. And I'm going to go ahead and make an arc. Now remember, an arc is a circle, but it's only a piece of a circle. If you really wanted to draw the whole circle, you could have. But really all you need is to show that you measured it exactly. Oops, that's way too big. Let me erase this. You really want to make sure that you just show us that you actually measured the right length. So I can do that by making an arc right here. So now I can see that I've measured the correct size of x. Now what I'm going to do is we're going to say that this endpoint right here is at the start right here. So I'm going to go ahead and take my compass, turn it around, put it on the endpoint, and draw an arc. Now, if you wanted to, you could draw a whole circle. What you're doing is you're making radiuses of circles. So this radius, this is the same size circle as this because I did not move my compass. It's still the same distance apart, same measurement. So from here to here, I now have copied x. So I'm going to do it one more time. And now, the length, and I'm going to go ahead and put endpoints on because you want to label everything. From there to there, from that endpoint to that endpoint would represent 2x because it's 2 times whatever x was. Now, I'm going to have to subtract 3y. So there's a couple ways that I can do this. So this isn't the only way you could do this, but I'm going to go ahead and measure y, the length of y first. Turn this around so you can see it. And again, I want to show that I've actually found the exact measurement for y. It's a little bit too small, so open it up a little bit wider. Now, to show that I have the right measurement for y, I'm going to go ahead and make a little arc, which is a little piece of the circle that I would have drawn. Now, this ends up being a radius of a circle I would have drawn with my compass. So I'm not going to move the length of my compass. But now I'm going to go backwards because I have to draw this to be, I'm going to subtract 3y. So from there to there is one of the y's. Then I'm going to go back another y. Where that hits, that's actually 2y. And then from here, I'm going to draw my third length of y. So from this endpoint to this point right here, which I'll mark in pink, this represents the length of 3 times y. But I'm going backwards because I'm taking it away from the 2x. So if you have this whole thing being 2x, and this right here being 3y, if you subtract it, what's left is the length you're looking for. So what you would do is you would label it by saying 2x minus 3y. And I'm going to go ahead and put little arrows so that you can see actually I could just go ahead and draw them in. what my final answer is. So that from there to there, and from there to there, this length right here is the 2x minus 3y. You could have also, if you had a highlighter, you could have highlighted your answer as long as you had a key and said that your highlighted answer is your final answer. But that right there would be the length that we were looking for. Now we're going to go ahead and talk about the angle. They're very similar. Because we did a -1 before, I'll go ahead and do this one right here. So to copy an angle, we're going to start off with P. It didn't actually, in this case, it doesn't really matter which one you start off with. This one, you had to start off with the bigger one because you're subtracting. But let's start off with P. Now to copy an angle, we're going to go ahead and draw a line, our base line, like the first line where we're going to use, this is the vertex, this is our base line, and then we're going to make the angle. So I'm going to go ahead and draw a line, and I'm going to put an endpoint. It's actually easier if you use endpoints to kind of help you out. And then from here, I'm going to go to the original angle, and I'm going to draw an arc. Now, if you wanted to draw a full circle, you could, but there's really no need for it. All you needed to happen is for it to intersect the angle twice. So I'm going to go to this endpoint, and this point right here is like this vertex right here. And we're going to go ahead and draw the same size arc. Now, if you think about it, I have 3 points already. I have this point right here, which is this point right here. I have this point, which is really where this is right here. And now I just have to find my third point. Well, to find that third point, you're going to measure from this intersection to this intersection. So I'm going to open up my compass so that it's exactly the length of the opening. I'm going to keep it the same length. I'm going to go from here, and I'm going to draw my next arc. You're going to see that they didn't quite intersect yet because I didn't draw this arc big enough. So I'm going to go back to the beginning. I'm going to go ahead and measure again that original arc. And I'm going to finish drawing. There you go. It's a little bit off because I'm not using a real compass. I'm using the word on the Promethean board. So right there where they intersect, we can go ahead and put a line. And now what I've just done is I've copied angle P. So this black angle is angle P. Now, in order to add Q, I'm basically going to take angle P. I'm going to add to it a little bit. So I need to take angle Q, the length of angle Q, and pretty much add it either this way or add it this way. It doesn't matter which one you do. So all right, so basically we're going to copy this Q. We can either copy it this way, or we can use this line as our baseline. I'm going to go ahead and use this one as our baseline, but it wouldn't have mattered either way. So just to reiterate, we have a point here. Sorry. We have a point right here. So we're thinking of that as being this point now. Okay? So this line right here, we're going to think of as this line. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to draw another arc, which is, again, just a piece of a circle. Okay? And then, keeping my compass the same size, because I want to draw the same size circle, I'm going to draw it through this first line. So just a reminder, we have a couple points here. We have this point, we have this point, and we have this point. Down here, I have this point and this point. So we have to find out where our third point is. So that's going to be measuring how far it is from here to here. You see, I got the measurement. I'm going to go ahead and do a little arc so that I know that I measured it correctly. And then I'm going to go down from here and measure that same distance, draw the same size circle there. So where they intersect, you can make a point. And I'm going to go ahead and draw my line segment in through that point. It's a line. Okay. So this angle right here is angle Q. This angle's P. So combined from here all the way to here would be angle P plus Q. And then I would go ahead and make a little note so that people knew my final answer. You could either highlight, I can go like this to say that this is P plus Q. So I know what my final mark is. If I had a key, I can go ahead and highlight my final angle, which would be right here. And either way, that's how you would demonstrate. And I hope that helps. And you know, that wouldn't have been the only way to do this problem, but a lot of, all you're really doing is copying lines and copying angles, and you just have to kind of figure out how to manipulate and work with the angles you have. Obviously, if we were subtracting, we'd be taking away. So we'd be using this as one of our base angles, would be going this way. And then what was left would be our answer. So again, I hope this helps with the video. Let me know if it, sorry, I hope this helps with the homework. Let me know if it doesn't.